fact, what it is, it's a really terrific back exercise, and something when I was having a lot of difficulty with my back, I used to do this several times during the day, and usually when I did it, I would do 2 in a row. So I'm writing something up about it, so you'll have a text description, and in this video I'm hoping I can show you some details that are a little bit hard to explain through text, and we'll get on to it. So here's one of the issues, is that we have to create a very powerful stretch out into our hand, but as we're doing that, we don't want to be stationary in the upper body. In fact, what should happen in order to lengthen your arm and to get the stretch that we want, which of course is going to go across your back, is that the chest has to withdraw. Maybe you can see it more clearly here. So hopefully you can see my chest is actually withdrawn by several inches, and the important part of that is that as my chest retreats, what's happening is that my back is opening. So as we go through this, we're going to start at shoulder height, and that's upper back just across the shoulder blades. We're going to end up lower than the lower back and down in a half crouch with our body very, very curled. So a couple of points I mentioned to look for. Some people are very stiff in the torso and don't realize that their body isn't flexing and that their chest isn't moving. So as you go through this, it's a really good idea just to look at your body, to feel what's happening. For instance, here, because my chest is retreated, I have a great, huge curve, an inward curve right here that I can touch and feel very readily. On my back, if I can touch this area of my back, I can feel that it's very rounded outwards. And if I sit, I can visibly see that my hips are sinking. And if I'm stiff here and lean, that's very telling, because my head and my shoulders are not under my feet anymore. So it's a lean rather than a curve, and a lean is never good for your body. So this way, as I curve, my shoulders and my head stay aligned with my body. That makes all the difference. So just to walk you through it, the first thing that we do, open the hand, and remember, we're not tightening, we're not contracting. We want to be stretching and lengthening the entire time. So also, shoulders shouldn't go up when we're doing this. They should stay seated as they always do. So right now I'm playing around a little bit. I can feel that stretch is across my shoulder blades, and it's actually connecting my hands through my back. So when I stretch out even more, I'm also a little bit pushing my back backwards, keeping in mind I don't want to tighten anything. This is all a loose stretch, so quite a bit of effort. And right now it's across my shoulder blades. So you can hold this as long as you like. You can go through it quite slowly if you like, or you can go through it fairly quickly, and you'll still get a pretty good result. So that's our first stop. The second stop, I'm going to go under the shoulder blade. Here's shoulder blade. I'm going to go just under, right about here. And to do that, I need to sink a little bit more and curl my upper body a little bit more. And now I can feel my arms are connecting through that location under my shoulder blades. And again, I'm reaching up. So while I'm talking, I'm kind of looking up, but as you do this, you're quite welcome to tuck your chin down. That actually will help improve your stretch a little bit also. So here we are, this is our second stop. This is just under the shoulder blades. At each stop, I'm going to try and lengthen a little bit more. My next stop, I'm going to go to middle back. So at this point, I'm roughly here on my back, about halfway down. You can see that I'm wiggling slightly. You don't want to have a constant anxious movement, but the reason I'm rotating is I'm trying to be sure I can feel there's a stretch on both sides of my back. So sitting pretty deeply, reaching out quite strongly, very curved, big, big stretch. So next stop down the back. This is a little bit tricky because it's not middle back and it's not lower back. It's kind of in between the two. And to get there, you may have to do what I'm doing right now. Just wiggle around a little bit and try to find that location. So I've got it pretty good now. My arms lengthen again. And while I'm pushing my back out, I'm actually tucking my rump underneath, so you don't want this kind of thing. In this position, my back is drawn in, and that has been proven to be quite bad for your back, so that's not what we want to do. Tuck your butt under and release the back outward. So here I am right now, between middle and lower, feeling a very nice stretch. Next up, I go all the way to lower back, weights on my heels, arms have lengthened again, and again I'm moving very slightly to make sure I can feel the stretches on both sides of my back, and it feels really great down here. So last thing I'm going to do in this position, I sink my hips just a little bit more, trying to bring that stretch as low as I possibly can, and then drop my arms on my head and come up in a very curled position. Very relaxed, not raising my shoulders, not raising my breath, not tightening anywhere, just coming up in a very relaxed manner. Okay, and that's it. It's fairly simple in concept, this exercise, but it has fabulous results. Almost everybody that has taken this exercise and worked on it a little bit has got really good back relief. So I hope it does the same for you.